Well, it's that time of year again when I do a Necromunda. Hey, what's this? Hey, I told you to get out of here. You're no use to me. Anyway, as I was saying, it's that time of year again to do another Necromunda Terrain Update. Let's see. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about some of these old pieces that I have that I'm kind of sprucing up to meet my pseudo level of quality with the other pieces. So we'll start here with these. These are just kind of rubble piles. This one's the best one. It's kind of just like paper mache that's had sand glued on top of it, and then just kind of bits and bobs. Like this is part of a screw. I kind of just jammed them in there during the drying process. I'll get a little closer. Then painted it all over. Somewhat of the same color, and I think it looks really well. This one's kind of an in-between process. It's not fully painted, and also I don't think I used any paper mache on this one. Probably because it's a cardboard base as opposed to this, which is foam board. Hey, I signed it, that's weird. But this is like more sprues and stuff. And then these are sprues jammed into a piece of cardboard to kind of look like floorboards or some, like rebarb sticking out. Then bullet holes. Just the little details. Here's another one. This is a piece of it's hard to tell because I painted it black. This is not finished either, but it's you can kind of see the ridges, right? It's a piece of cardboard that's kind of torn in half. Then these are from sprues and stuff. So anyway, there's that. In the last episode, I believe it was episode 3, I showed you some of the posters I printed out. Well, I put some on this piece, which is one of my favorites. It's 3 small, kind of like juicy juice bottles surrounding a larger juicy juice bottle. It looks I'll zoom out a bit. It looks just like a little refinery. That's what I call it. I added these straws, and I painted them brass color, and then this I painted black, and then I heavy dry brushed like a metallic gray, and then I did a wash of red to give it that rusty look. And these are just paper towel tubes on top for the smokestack, and I just painted the insides black. Yeah, this piece is actually really fun to play. A quick game story side note is I have a like in my experimental psyker gang, I have one ganger that can fly around and do weird stuff and like spider climb, and so I had him kind of inside the smokestack pit. Blech, ugh. I'm not drunk today. Why am I almost vomiting in my mouth? That is weird. Anyway, he was sharpshooting out of this, so that's fun. Here's the posters up close. I thought it made sense to have like biohazard warnings and stuff on this one. Then of course, Eye of Tzeentch poster, classic. And I know in the in the first episode I talked about some. Maybe it was the second one. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I like to watch some of the older, at least at this point of recording, mini wargaming terrain tutorials by mini wargamer Dave. And he did one on craters, I believe. So these are kind of like my first shot at it, and I did these a few years ago, and it's kind of hard to see, so brought some of my Wow, another text during a video. I am really popular. So this one's really shallow, but it's more just for I made these for when I was playing Warhammer as opposed to Necromunda, so it was kind of just like area terrain. But still, it works. This other one's a lot deeper. Actually, let me grab the bearded guy. Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. I'll show you these guys real quick. This is another gang I've been working on, because I've shown you my Ogren gang, and then my Chaos Cultists so far. These are my either House Cador or the Redemptia gang guys. I've been green stuffing hoods and robes and capes and stuff onto Catachan soldiers, and also a beard on this guy. Not the best, just like I'm not the best painter, and I'm not the best terrain maker. I'm also not the best green stuffer, but it works. Let's see, I think this guy has a hood, and then he has like a an extension for like a tabard, and then he has a little thing on the back, which I'll probably like paint or like repent or something on that. Anyway, let's move these guys out of the way. Okay, next on the agenda for today's class is these, and this is inspired by another mini wargaming terrain tutorial on alien vegetation. And this is just styrofoam. The way I did it, at least, it's a little different than what the video described. I did a chunk of styrofoam, and I glued on a bunch of, I just like glued everywhere, what do you call it, Gorilla Glue. And if you don't know what that is, when it dries it kind of expands and makes these little like bulbous stuff. And then also with a little bit of discretion, I melted down some straws, and so that what gives you the effect. And then I painted black, and then did a heavy dry brush of green, and then a lighter one of lighter green, lighter dry brush. And of course I kept these in a plastic bag for a few years because I'm a big dum-dum, and so some of the protrusions have broken off. So this is like some terrain pieces that I'll have to spruce up and make better. That seems to be the underlying theme of these videos. There's two things left. So this one is, I just wanted to mention specifically these, and it's been really fun to play with these little tunnels. They make great cover for models, and they're just more toilet paper tubing. But also the ability for like models to go in and out in like a very secure fashion too of buildings. And I fondly remember this piece because many a times this has been just so happens to be positioned on the battlefield in a way that there's kind of like a no man's land over here. And so you'd have to, like during the climax of the battle, during the last mad dash, because you gotta win, because you gotta get the creds or whatever, is you dash out of these pipes and try and overcome any Overwatch fire. So, anyway, also it adds variety too, because most of the other buildings I have, at least the cardboard ones that I made a while ago like these and have been featured in other videos, they don't really have these. They're just mainly more like this kind of jazz. Then the last one, this isn't really so much Necromunda Terrain, but it's like Warhammer Fantasy or Mordheim Terrain. But I don't like to spend a lot of money on terrain and stuff, and I usually just use what I find, like juicy juice bottles or whatever. So these are Chef Boyardee boxes that the cans come in. So they're kind of like they're thick, but still not. They're thick, kind of cardboard. Sorry about that. And then I just kind of cut it up and then I glued it in a fashion. And then like in is it Tudor style housing? I did these focus. Anyway, these like accentuations along the there we go. Accentuations along the corners and the windows and the intersections and what have you. And I also, inside I have a nice little table there. Wow, focus, alright, and a picture frame. Not done, of course. I made another crate. Then this is also prepared, it has an outhouse too. Made from the same material. Anyway, sorry this is more of a rambly episode. Hopefully the tournament's still far away, It's hard to get all the friends together, but maybe I'll just do a couple battle reports. And but definitely look out for more terrain updates for sure. Alright,